Hey guys, it's me, Trey, back again with another video. Today, I'm going to be talking about the top 5 mistakes you are making as a Marth player. Before that, I want to say thank you all so much for 400 subscribers. I never thought I would hit 100, let alone 300 more in the last couple months. I'll keep this channel going as long as I can, and I hope you guys continue to enjoy my content. With that out of the way, let's get on with the video. The first thing that I want to talk about, and probably the most obvious of the bunch, is players getting too frustrated to perform well with Marth. It's not news to most of you that Marth requires a certain degree of precision to properly space sours and tippers. Failing to do so at the right times and watching your opponent reach nearly 200% at times can be very frustrating for Marth players. As I've said quite a few times on this channel, stay calm and take your time. F-Smash can kill around 30%, Tancing Blade can kill at around 60, and F-Tilt can kill at 90. Remember the power of Marth's Tipper, and please, for your own sake, don't get frustrated. The next one on the list is the fear of edgeguarding and ledge trapping as Marth. Marth has a lot of edgeguarding potential. It might not be as good as Lucina's on average, but it's comparable at the very least. As for ledge trapping, Marth is one of the kings in Ultimate. You'd be doing yourself a great disservice to neglect his ledge trapping abilities. I see a lot of Marths just return to center stage for some reason, and while yes, you still have stage control, you could be doing so much more at ledge. F-Tilt in particular is amazing for ledge trapping. Moving on, of course, you have to be reasonable when you're edgeguarding. Don't overextend and end up getting it reversed onto you. Sometimes a failed yet safe edgeguard attempt can still be covered by a ledge trap. Generally, I don't take many risks when playing Smash, but the edgeguard can often be worth it. Don't be afraid. You have the tools to do it effectively. You might have to fail a few times before being able to do it consistently, but that's just the nature of learning to do something. Starting now, I think the importance of these things becomes more important than the last two, so that brings me to being in the air too much. If I had to pick the biggest difference between Marth and Lucina, besides the obvious, it would be that Lucina does great in the air with her aerials and Marth does good on the ground because of his tilts. Marth has excellent tilts. F-tilt, down tilt, and up tilt are all heavily used by Marth, and when the time is right they can kill much earlier than Lucina's, as I mentioned earlier. With all of the movement in Ultimate, it's going to be easier to space on the ground. In the air it's a bit harder, and if you aren't careful, then bad spacing will just allow your opponent to live longer than desired. When grounded, you have access to your walk, which is the fastest walk in the game. And when you walk in, you have access to pretty much every move in your kit, and you can just quickly jump to access the rest. For the second to last, I want to talk about tunnel vision. As a Marth main, you know the importance of closing out stocks early, but sometimes stressing over doing so in a particular way can lead you to miss other opportunities. As an example, I sometimes get tunnel vision into landing a sour fair so that I can get a tech chase and punish it with whatever fits best. But trying to land that fair just makes me predictable. A lot of times when I was hunting for those fairs, I could have landed something much better. You're going to want to be aware of a lot of Marth's kill setups and not get too focused on one specifically. Even at later percents, Marth has above average setups in my opinion. At around 130, Marth can still set up difficult tech situations with down tilt and punish it with a smash attack. Most characters lose their ability to set up tech situations at mid percents, but not Marth. The more you play Marth, the easier it will be to learn his options. The last thing I want to talk about is short and simple. It's not finishing the stock when the opportunity is there. My last point mentioned this briefly, but I wanted to bring it up in more detail. Marth has the ability to take stocks earlier than most characters in the game. That's just a fact. Despite this, opponents still often live into the very late percents. It's something that new and experienced Marth players alike struggle with. This is understandable since Marth spacing and timing can have a lot of nuance. Marth has a lot of setups, and I think knowing as many as possible is a good idea, but I think just having a few reliable ones memorized will go a long way. You need to find them for the certain percentages and situations, and if they work 90% of the time, then that's good enough in my opinion. You can obviously get the smaller ones as time goes on, but that's up to you and how far you want to take it. My next video is probably going to be focused on what kill setups and confirms are appropriate at certain situations. I want you guys to understand that I'm not saying this because I've somehow overcome all of these problems, and I'm speaking as someone who plays Marth perfectly. As a lot of you know, there isn't really anybody playing him optimally yet. I just like to think that I can see where a lot of Marths fall short, including myself. Well guys, that's all for this video. I hope that you got something out of this, whether it be picking up on a habit you didn't know you had, or learning something to look out for as a Marth main. Please let me know what you guys would like to see in the comments below, and if you'd like to see more content like this, please leave a like and subscribe to the one and only Trace to Go. Thanks again for 400 subscribers, and until next time, goodbye.